It's 7:46 right now, and we all like to save a little money on the bills. If you can trim your water bill, good thing, right? One way to conserve water could be found in your toilet.
Okay, well, about a quarter of all the water used in the average home is used for flushing toilets. I never knew this. Joining us live with some water-saving tips is Bonnie Cushman, a program coordinator for the Regional Water Providers Consortium. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, so we're learning something this morning.
I would have never guessed.
I know. Yeah. So are toilet leaks an issue, and how do you check for that? Is that part of the issue too?
Yeah, so we recommend that you check toilets for leaks at least once, if not twice a year. And the reason for this is that they're very common, actually. And sometimes it's quite obvious. They'll make sort of like this bubbling sound or kind of a hissing sound, but oftentimes they're silent. And so you won't necessarily hear them, but hundreds to thousands of gallons of water can be wasted in about a month's time due to a toilet leak.
Wow.
So it's always a good idea to check and make sure that yours isn't leaking.
Really surprising to me. I know when I hear leak, sometimes I think like water on the
Water
floor,
damage,
right?
yes.
But this is there's other things that could be happening in your toilet, right? So what do you need to check this?
Yeah, so the first thing that I would say is that you can get something like this. It's a toilet dye tab, and most water providers will provide these for free to their customers. If you have food coloring at home, you could also use food coloring. So either way, whether you're putting a dye tablet in your toilet tank or food coloring, you just want to lift the lid in the back part of your toilet and put about 10 drops of food coloring or the two dye tablets that'll come from your water provider. And then just put the lid back on the back of your toilet and wait about 10 to 20 minutes. And then look at the water in your bowl. And if it's turned color, then you know that you have a leak.
Huh. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, and it doesn't stain the inside of your thing or anything. So
No.
What do you do at that point? Is this a big plumber bill? What's all involved with fixing it?
Well, actually, that kind of depends on you. So there are very inexpensive ways to fix most toilet leaks. So most toilets have something that's called a flapper valve in the tank. And this sometimes can get a little bit of, just a little bit of debris around the flapper. And so you can reach down into your toilet tank and see if you have a flapper valve. And if you do, just know that that water is actually completely clean and there's no problem touching it. And then you could just kind of reach around on the bottom of the toilet flapper to make sure that yours is in good condition. They do deteriorate over time. And then they're really easy to disconnect from your toilet. You want to make sure that you turn your toilet water off. And then you can disconnect your toilet flapper and take it to your local hardware store and have the hardware store employee help you figure out which toilet flapper will actually fit in your toilet. And then it just kind of hooks back on. And then you can turn the water back on and you should be good to go. So that's a really inexpensive and quite easy fix. If you're not more of a do-it-yourself type person, then of course you are going to want to make sure that you bring in a plumber and they can help you. So that's kind of the number one thing. The other thing is to make sure that your toilet chain is actually not interfering with the flapper. Sometimes they can get stuck. And I actually discovered that when I went over to my neighbor's house recently. She was out of town and I was taking care of her cats, and there was this hissing sound and I was like, oh my gosh, their toilet's leaking. And it was just a matter of adjusting the chain a couple of links and she was good to go.
You tell her, check that water bill next month. You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Everyone should invite you over.
Right. Good advice. I had no idea, but seems like a super easy fix. I'm going to go check mine out.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
cool.
And real quickly, there is a promotion going on right now, a junior leak detective promotion.
Yeah, so we're all at home, and this is a great activity to get your kids involved. So we have this promotion, it's called our Junior Leak Detective, and we send kids on a mission to detect leaks at home. And we'll also send them a kids activity book that they can learn about how they can use water wisely at home as well. It's geared towards kids who are kindergarten through 5th grade.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Bonnie. And of course, to get one of those leak detective kits or read more about these water saving tips, we'll have a link on coin.com to the Water Providers Consortium.
Okay, very cool. Hey, Coin Career Connect.